everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I have for you a yoga for balance flow. So, if you want to grab a chair, pause the video and meet me right back here on your mat in easy seat. Okay, well let's get started. Go ahead and close the eyes, relax your shoulders. Just notice your breath here. Is it long and deep, or is it short and shallow? And start to breathe in and out through the nose. Move the shoulders over the hips, sitting up nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Fill up the belly with air all the way. And let it out through the nose, all the way out. Push every little bit of air out. A couple more on your own. Good. Drop the head, relax the neck, chin to chest. Start breathing equally in through the nose and out through the nose. Take the head over to the right, ear to shoulder. And then slowly roll it to the left, ear to shoulder. Relaxing the shoulders down. Moving from side to side on your own breath. Make sure we take care today not to overdo it. Find your edge, but be careful of where you are, how you're feeling. Use the chair if you need to. Use a wall that's next to you. It's okay to use help for balance. But if we do these practices more often, our balance may just improve. Okay, bring the head back to center. And start to roll the shoulders, bring the head up, rolling the shoulders back. And bring them forward. Wonderful. Maybe let go of the hands and bring them out by the sides and roll your hands out in circles. And to the other side, just kind of loosening up for the day. Take the left hand to the right knee and give yourself a little twist here. And then on the exhale, go to the other side. And repeat one more time. Inhale, get tall. And then exhale, switch. Inhale, tall. Good. Exhale, come back to center. Good. We'll meet on our hands and knees. Now keep in mind, if there's not enough padding, you can always double up your mat. So bring the wrist under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. Engage the core. So belly button to the spine. Imagine the inner of the elbow is going to face right towards the front of the mat, towards the fingers going straight. Good. You can stay here for a minute and kind of wiggle yourself. Any kind of organic movement that feels good for you. This is going to get a little bit loose. You can dip the shoulders. Go back into child's pose for a moment. Maybe come up. Just do whatever movement feels good here. We'll take it to a few cat and cows. So with the wrists back under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, the chest comes forward, head faces forward, and sits bones high. Then you exhale, push away through the hands, roll the back up. It's like a Halloween cat. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, push away. Keep going. And one more. Inhale, chest comes forward, shoulders back. Exhale, push away, round the back. Sits bones go into the space between the knees. Then come back to a neutral table, neutral spine. And from here, bring the big toes together and take the knees out wide. You're going to have a seat in child's pose. So you can bring your head to a block if you have one, or a pillow, or you can double up the fists. Just anywhere that might be comfortable for you right here. And so in this pose, this is where we come when we need a little break. Feel free to pause the video at any time and come right back here for a moment. Inhale back up to your table. And take the left leg out. You can keep the toes down here if you like. Bring the belly button up. Or if you feel safe, you can bring the leg up as well. I'm going to keep the hips nice and even. The insides of the elbows are facing the front of the mat. Now, you can add the arm. If you want to give that a try, you can also put the foot back on the floor. Try here to keep everything even. So bring the shoulder back into the socket. The hips are parallel. The navel is into the spine. Exhale, bring the knee and the hand down. Go through cow and cat. Come back to neutral spine. Take the right leg out. You can keep it on the toes or lift it up just a little bit, keeping the hips in line. Navel to spine, elbows towards the front. Inhale the left arm like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Look forward here if you can. Bring the shoulder back into the socket, hips parallel, navel to spine. Good. Exhale, bring that hand down, bring the knee down. Open the knees, big toes together, have a seat in child's pose. Inhale, come back up, bring the knees back under the hips. Inhale for cow, exhale for cat. Now I want you to take your left arm out to the side and then thread it through, landing on your ear and your shoulder. Twisting the heart open. And then if your hips come over to the side, bring them back over the knees. And just relax here. Inhale, come up. And take the opposite arm to the side. Thread it through, slowly coming down to the ear and the shoulder. Open up the chest as much as possible, or as much as you can, any amount. Inhale, slowly come back up. Now take the right arm out and the left leg out. Slowly we're going to crunch in, knee to elbow. Inhale, come out. Knee to elbow. And 2 more times. So the movement adds a little bit of extra to that balance. Good. And slowly replace the knee and the hand. Inhale up for cow. Exhale for cat. Neutral spine. Inhale the left hand out and the right leg. After you find your balance, then take it knee to elbow, crunch in. Take your time here. Inhale long. Exhale together. Just one more. You're doing great. Put that hand down, knee down. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Back to your hands. Now, keeping the hips where they are, I want you to walk the hands out and the chest down. So here in puppy pose, it's a modification from down dog. Down dog is really hard on your wrists. You can come here instead. Really let that heart melt to the floor as much as you can. Inhale, slowly start to walk your hands back under your hip, under your shoulders. Tuck the toes, and we'll go into a regular down dog. So picking up the knees, shoot the hips back. Keeping the knees bent here, you can straighten one foot and then the other. Walking your dog. So one heel goes towards the ground and then the other. It's okay if the heels never reach the floor. Mine never do. But the position that we're working for is just to get the heels towards the floor. The sits bones are high. The back is nice and flat. Exhale, I want you to come back down into that table. Open the knees. Have a seated child's pose. Bring the head down. And inhale it back up. Going back into your down dog here, or you can take puppy here. Placing the heels towards the mat. You can keep your knees bent if that helps you to elongate the spine. I'm going to push away on your index finger and your thumb on the knuckles. And from here we're going to look up and slowly walk ourselves up to the front of your mat. On your inhale, halfway lift, shoulders back, back is flat. Look forward. Good. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. And you can take a step out here so your feet are a little bit wider than your hips. Hold the opposite elbows with your arms. Kind of let yourself sway side to side. If you need to, You can touch the floor. Keep those knees bent deeply, if that helps. Or go ahead and grab your chair. Just stay safe throughout this practice. You can wiggle in the feet. Notice all the little muscles that work when we're moving side to side and balancing. All those different muscles in the feet are contacting the floor at different times. One more nice, good breath here. Try to let the head be heavy. And push the hands down. And then bring the feet back underneath the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. So the head comes out of the shoulder socket. It's kind of like a turtle. Bring it out. The shoulders are back. Exhale, bend the knees forward, fold. Now bending the knees very deeply so that your belly can rest on the thighs. We're going to push up vertebrae by vertebrae very slowly. Take your time here, rounding through the back. Nice and slow. Pushing through. Take it easy. Good. Inhale, your arms go down, around, and up. Look up at the hands if that's good for you. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms down, around, and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And I want you to wiggle your toes. Keep this micro bend in the knee. We don't ever want to lock out our knees. Keep them nice and soft. Release the hands down by the side. Open the palms to the other side of the room. You can close your eyes here. That's an extra balance challenge. Just notice how you're feeling. But equal weight on both feet. Pressing into all four corners of the feet. Both corners of the heel, both corners of the inner toes and outer toes. Balls of the feet are connected to the ground. Bring the navel to the spine. The heart is nice up and proud. Shoulders are relaxed. A couple more breaths. On your next inhale, bring the arms over your head. Look up. Exhale at heart center. Inhale, arms down, around, and up. Exhale, forward fold. So a nice flat back. Knees slightly bent. Exhale all the way. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, we're going to take the right foot back in space for a warrior one position. So your foot is still facing the top corner of the mat in the back. The front knee is bent. So from here, I want you to widen your stance a little bit. So take your left foot just a little bit to the left. And that's going to give you more stability when we come up. Inhale the hands to the hips. Square the hips up to the mat. Inhale slowly to come up. And so those hip bones should be facing towards the front of the mat. So sometimes they might be right here. Switch them up to the front. Now if you feel good here, inhale the arms up. Take a couple of deep breaths. Relaxing the shoulders, bringing the pinkies rotating in. Navel to the spine. Good. On your exhale, we're slowly going to bring those hands forward to meet the floor, and then bring our back foot to the front. Bring the feet back underneath the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees as needed. Now taking the left foot back into that warrior one. So your foot is 45 degrees in the back. Bend the front knee. Take the right knee over to the side a little bit, widening that stance. Take the hands to the hips. Square up the hips. Inhale, leading up with the chest. Squaring up the hips. Bending the knees as you can. Good. And then when you feel stable, inhale the arms up. Relax the shoulders. One more breath here. Amazing. Awesome. Let the hands go down towards the floor. Take the front foot back and square up the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now push through the feet with a nice flat back. We're going to lead up. Inhale up all the way. Nice strong legs. Big inhale, reach up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale the arms up. And then grab your wrist and take it over to the side. I'll come back here so you can see me. I'm just leaning over to the side. I have equal weight on both feet. And then instead of the heart looking down, we're up. Looking up. Reaching through the side body. Pulling the arm over. Good. Inhale. Up to the center. Exhale. Take that wrist. Pull it over. Heart to the sky. Opening up. Inhale to center. Exhale, forward fold, nice flat back till we get to the place that doesn't want to be flat anymore, and we can fold in. And then from here, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now take the right foot back to that warrior one. Open up through the feet. Give yourself some width here, moving the left foot out. Hands on the hips. Inhale up when you're ready for that warrior one again. We're going to go into humble warrior. Staying right here for a moment. I'm going to grab my chair. Grab your chair if you need it. Come right back to our warrior one stance. So from here, inhale the chest forward. And then bring the hands together. They can be clasped like this, or you can just touch them here, grab them however you can. Back into your warrior one stance. Exhale, we're going to lead with the heart. And then if you need to, you can grab the chair and just stay straight. Or you can take those hands away from you, pulling up. If you're on the chair, it's going to look more like this. Keep your back nice and flat as you lean forward with the heart, holding the chair for extra balance. And then if you're not using the chair, then bring the head down as much as you can and just let it be heavy. Breathing here or here. Inhale up to the flat back. On your next inhale, all the way up to your warrior one. Exhale. Hands come back down by the feet. Bring the other foot up. Heels under the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Don't hit your head on the chair. And take the left foot back to your warrior one. Take the right foot out for more stability. Hands on the hips. Inhale to come up. And wherever you are before, if you need to take that chair first, or if you want to grab the wrist, if you're interlacing the pinkies, they interlace them the opposite way in the back, so the other pinky is on top. Okay, and if we're going to use the chair, I'll show that now. So lean forward with the heart so you come to about a flat back and stay nice and balanced here. If your hands are behind your back, dip the head, let everything come in beside that right knee. Inhale, release the hands. If you're on the chair, just slowly come up, bringing the hands to the hips. Bring them all the way back up. Exhale the hands down. Step the back foot up. Bring the feet underneath the hips. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping the knees micro bent. Now we're just going to step the right leg back in space. Just about 3 feet or so. Okay. And then you can widen the stance a little. We're going into a straight knee this time as much as we can. If you got to micro bend it, that's okay, but try to keep it straight. Inhale, come up to your chair, or watch the balance. Okay, we're slowly gonna bend at the hips. Come on down, nice and slow. Take that back foot to the front. Bring the ankles under the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, nice long legs as we lift ourselves up. Strong. Inhale up all the way. Give yourself a mini back bend if that feels good. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're just going to take the right leg back about 3 feet. Straighten the front knee if you can. Maybe a micro bend. Good. And from here, hands at the heart. Hips are going to be square up, just like in that warrior one, square to the front of the mat. Your foot does not have to be 45 degrees here. If that's not where it lands, just land it behind you. Wherever it lands is just right. Then with the hips square to the front, hands to the heart, we're going to push the bottom back, lean forward with the heart, nice flat back, and then exhale. If you need to hold on to the chair here, go for it. Or just stay here with a nice flat back. Take a few breaths. Move that right hip towards the right, up to the front. Left hip back. Good. Inhale, slowly come back up. And then take your step forward. Good. And from here, we're going to take the left foot back just about 3 feet or so. Find your balance and your stability. Bring the hips to the front of the room. Hands still at the heart. Now exhale, shoot the hips back as we lean forward. Nice flat back. Nice nice and flat. Come, use the chair if you need to. Try not to. It's okay if you do. Bring the right hip back so the left hip will go forward. Keep the navel pressing towards the spine. Should be an intense stretch here. Exhale, we're slowly going to come up. And then step back to the front of your mat. Very good. I'm going to come to the front so you can see me. Inhale, the arms come down, around, and up. Give yourself a back bend. Exhale, hands to the center. Inhale, arms down, around, and up. Exhale, leading with the chest, nice flat back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold again. This time we're going to bend the knees very deeply, going into a chair. And then from here, inhale, the arms up. Sit back in your chair. You can always keep that chair next to you and use your chair for balance if you need to. Stick the hips a little lower. Look up if you can. Keep breathing, you're doing great. Exhale, slowly straighten the legs as you forward fold. That should feel really good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to come up, nice and strong legs, strong back, lead with the chest. Inhale, back bend, if that feels good. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come back to the center, grab your chair, and put it away to the other side so that the high part is a little bit higher. We're going to do tree here. So I'm going to start. You can do a kickstand to begin with, or to the calf. If you're a little more advanced, you can take it on the inside of the thigh, but just not on the knee. So start wherever you feel comfortable, maybe making yourself up to that calf if you want. So push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot, wherever it might be. Inhale, the spine nice and long. You can use this chair for balance, or you can have your hands right here by your heart. Good. If you feel really good here, inhale the arms up. Finding your drishti point, or your point of focus. That's where you look straight at something that doesn't move. Very good. Exhale, we're going to bring those hands back down if they were up. And slowly turn the knee towards the front and release that foot. And it's okay if you pop out of it now and then. That's when yoga begins, when we find our edge. Inhale the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Flatten the back, come all the way up, nice strong legs. And then a back bend. Exhale to heart center. Good. Let's try chair on the other side. I'm going to move my chair just to the other side of me. It's just a little bit easier to use the hand that isn't being used with the foot that's up. So yeah, find your stability, shake it out, and then take the foot to kickstand, calf, or if you want to go all the way up, that's your practice. So finding your balance. Bring the hands to heart center if you can. Bring the navel into the spine. Press the foot into the leg into the foot. Wristy point. If you're feeling good here, bring those arms up. And if you fall out, that's okay. Just get back in. Good. Couple more breaths. Exhale, hands back to the center. Knee back forward, placing it back on the mat. Close the eyes here. Bring the gaze towards the middle finger. Standing nice and tall. Release the palms down to the other side. Wiggle the toes. Lengthen the spine. Broaden the chest. Relax the shoulders. Inhale the arms up, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. This time we're just going to go long on our mat. So if you want to take it out to the side, or if you're stepping where you can just take a nice wide stance, about leg width apart. You can keep your chair nearby if you need to, or just kind of push it away. So now I have my toes, I'm going to bring them in just a little bit. It's going to feel a little pigeon toes, but we're just straightening out the feet. Inhale to a flat back here on your wide stance. Exhale, forward fold. You can keep the hands on the ground if you need to. Bring the weight to the balls of your feet here. Careful not to topple forward. When you feel comfortable in this position, then you can take your hands and grab opposite elbows. And you can sway side to side, or you could do this with your fingertips touching the floor. Let's let this feel good for a moment. Inversions don't have to be a handstand or a headstand. Inversions are anywhere you get your head below your heart. Relax your head, shake it yes and no. Place your hands back on the ground if they're not already there right in front of you. Inhale back up to halfway lift. Good. Exhale, forward fold, lead down with the heart. Walk over to the left side. Grab that ankle. You can keep your hand on the floor if that gives you extra stability. But if you can't, grab your ankle with both hands. And then bring your heart towards the knee. Keep breathing. And then exhale, we're slowly going to walk our hands over to the other side. Both hands on the ankle if you can. If not, leave one hand down for stability. Rotate the heart towards the knee. And slowly walk it back to the center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold one more time. Inhale, halfway. And then from here, I want you to keep your hands on the floor and heel toe your feet in until you're back into that forward fold. Bend the knees deeply. And then roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Very good. Inhale the arms up. Back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, inhale, arms down, around, and up. One more time. Give yourself a back bend. Exhale, flat back until you have to curl in. Fingertips touch the floor. Keep the knees bent as needed. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring the hands down by the feet. right here. And then we're going to step back. Place the knee on the floor, step back, knee on the floor. Cat and cow. Bring the toes together, knees apart. Have a seat in child's pose. And just enjoy resting here for a moment. And slowly inhale. Now I want you to come over to the right side and just bring the knees over. Swing them around. Feet to the floor. And then what we're going to do here is slowly just roll her back down. Belly button in. All the way down. And then windshield wiper the knees side to side. Nice and easy. Doesn't matter where they land. Just letting gravity do the work here. Good. And when you come to the left side, let them just flop over. And then you can stay right here for a moment, getting that extra stretch right through the top of the hip, lower back. If you want to go a little bit deeper, bring the arms out by the side, palms facing up, and then take your left ankle on top of your right knee. Now that's just let the gravity do the work. Close your eyes here. Keep breathing. Slowly release the foot if it's there. Inhale, bring the knees back up towards the sky, feet still on the floor. Inhale up the hips and just place them right back down. Exhale, the knees to the right side. If you want a little more, then take the right ankle on top of the left knee. And you can look towards the left if you want, if that doesn't hurt your neck. And slowly release that foot. Inhale back to center. Lift the hips, place them back down. Good. Bring one knee into the chest and then the other. Squeeze. You can do a little roll here. Give yourself a little massage. Rolling on the back. Okay, you can place the left leg bent, so knee with the bent knee here on the floor, or you can straighten the leg. It's up to you. The straighter the leg, the more intense the stretch will be. So bring the knee into the chest, the right knee in, squeezing in towards the heart. Now squeeze the knee towards the armpit. Exhale, let it go a little, then just barely taking the left hand to the knee. We're going to roll over to the left. You can push yourself over a little bit with that right hand. And then just leave the right hand on the ribs. And like I said, it doesn't matter where you are. If you want to straighten your legs a little bit here, bend them, that's all good. Just go to what feels good for you. We're not efforting here. We're just showing our body some love. So be gentle. Slowly we're going to roll back to center, bringing that knee back into the chest for an extra squeeze. And release that leg. Now you can have it bent if you want, or go back straight if you had the other one straight. Taking the left knee into the chest, towards the heart first. And then towards the armpit. And slowly let that out a little, taking the right knee, or the left knee to the right hand. Slowly rolling over to the right. If you have a block here and you want to put that under your knee, that's a great idea, or a pillow. Remember that left hand can go back to the ribs, so it's not just flailing out awkwardly. And then just sink in and relax here a little. And slowly start to roll to the center, keeping that knee in towards the chest. One more squeeze. Slowly release. And the feet come together and butterfly. So the soles of the feet touch. The legs are open wide. You can exhale your arms to the side. Just let gravity pull down on the hips. The knees will be heavy, so that's what's doing the work here for you. And then slowly take one leg out, and then the other leg, setting up for Savasana. You can shuffle here all that you need to. Get very comfortable in your lower back. Open the feet and let them flop out. Bring the hands down by the sides. Let the palms face the sky. And from here, let your feet be heavy. Just flop open. The legs are heavy. Hips are sinking into the earth. And your chest is relaxed and supported. And shoulders melting down. Inhale, one big, nice inhale. Exhale, let it all out through the mouth. Signaling to the body to rest here. You can pause the video and stay as long as you like. Take a slightly deeper inhale than the one before. And start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Rotate the wrists and the ankles. And if you want to, bring the feet back into center. Inhale the arms up and over. Nice long stretch. Exhale, relax, and then bringing the knees into your favorite side, we're going to roll over. You can use your arms for a pillow. Just stay gentle here. Keep an inward gaze as we slowly rise up to a seated position. And bring the hands to the knees. Take a few deep breaths here. So inhale through the nose, fill the belly up with air. Exhale. it all out. Inhale, fill it all up. Exhale, all out. One more time. Fill the belly up with air. Exhale. All out. Good. Start to breathe normally. Bring the hands to your heart center, pressing the palms together. Relax the shoulders down. Tuck the chin just slightly. The light within me loves, honors, and respects the light within you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day.